What is up, guys? We are facing Loki on expert mode with Peter Parker's Spider-Man. So first, let's shuffle up the 5 different Lokis here. And we are starting off with this one. And then let's shuffle up the Infinity Stones. And we also put the top card of the Infinity Stone deck into play. So we're getting the Power Stone to start off. Okay. The main scheme starts off with 1 threat. This side scheme has 6, but it has hinder 1, so it's going to be 7, plus an acceleration token to the main scheme. And then let's shuffle up the encounter deck here. Alright. And let's shuffle up our player deck. And then draw up to our hand size of 6. And let's see what we get. So let's definitely keep Moon Girl and Ironheart to pay for her. And we can mulligan and discard these 4 cards and draw 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So let's use Peter Parker's Scientist to generate a mental resource. This would be 2 more mental resources because we use the Power of Justice as another mental. So we can play Moon Girl. Play only if your identity has a champion or genius trait. We are a genius as Peter Parker. After you play Moon Girl from hand, draw 1 card for each mental resource used to pay for. So we use 3. We're drawing 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's flip over to Spider-Man here. Let's use this as 4 resources to play Avengers Mansion. Exhaust it to draw a card. And then let's use this as a resource to play the Warrior of the Great Web. Attach to a character with Spider in his tile. Let's give the Spider-Man. We now gain the Web-Warrior trait, and when a Web-Warrior ally leaves play, we get +1 attack until the end of the phase. So Spider-Man and Moon Girl will thwart for a total of 1, 2, 3 to bring this from 7 down to 4. And then Moon Girl will take 2 consequential damage. That ends our turn, so let's ready back up. And then draw back up to our hand size of 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So it is now Loki's turn. He's going to add 2 to the main scheme because of the acceleration. So this goes up to 3. He's going to attack us. Spider Sense activates. When the villain initiates an attack against you, draw 1 card. So we're going to draw a card. Let's defend against this attack. So it's hitting with a base of 3 plus 1, 4 plus a boost card here of 1. If the villain is attacking and this deals damage to a character, stun that character. So it's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're defending for 3, so we do take 2 damage, drop from 10 down to 8, and we get stunned because we took damage. And then the Power Stone will activate. You are stunned. If you are already stunned, we are already stunned. We take 3 damage, so we drop from 8 down to 5. And then we can, and that's because of the Infinity Gauntlet. After the attached villain activates, we either resolve all stones in play, or we put the top card of the stone deck into play. And then Loki will deal us 1 face down encounter card, which is Infinite Mischief. Shuffle the Infinity Stone discard pile into the Infinity Stone deck and then reveal the top card. So we get the Power Stone back. And we're going to shuffle these up again. Okay, and then reveal the top card, which is the Soul Stone here. All right, and then it is back to our turn. So let's use Avengers Mansion so we can draw a card. And then, let's see, we're going to use, let's use this as 4 resources so we can play Nick Fury. When Nick Fury enters play, choose 1. We're going to pick the one to draw 3 cards. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's play one way or another. Hero action, search and counter deck for a side scheme and review that side scheme. So we're going to put into play, let's see, we want the Biofrost. Okay, so let's put this one, the Unnatural Storm. When reviewed, exhaust each ally in play. Oh, I forgot to have Nick Fury and Moon Girl do actions first, but that's okay. So they will both be exhausted. And then this will have 2 threat. And the heroes and allies cannot be ready by player card effects. Okay, that was a huge mistake, but that's okay. Let's resolve one way or another and draw 3 cards. So 1, 2, 3. And this would be resolved now. Okay, let's see, we can still get Coulson out here. So let's use this as 3 resources. So we can play Agent Coulson. When he enters play, search your deck and discard pile for a preparation card and add to your hand. So let's get Spycraft. It was never discarded, so let's get it from our deck right here. We'll shuffle up the deck here. Okay. And then, let's see, Kosin's not exhausted, so he can do some thwarting. Kosin will thwart for 2 from the side scheme to bring this down to 2. And he will take 1 consequential damage. And then let's use this as a resource to play Spycraft. Play only if you control a spy character. We do with Nick Fury and Agent Kosin. When you review an encounter card, discard Spycraft, cancel effects of that card, and then review another card from the encounter deck. And then the Web of Life and Destiny here. Ignore this card's resource cost if your identity has a Web-Warrior trait. We do have the Web-Warrior trait because of the War of the Great Web, so we play this for free. And when Web-Warrior ally leaves play, we can draw a card. Next, let's use this backflip as a resource to play Endurance. This will increase our max hit points by 3, but our current ones go up as well, so we go from 5 up to 8. Okay, and then that will end our turn, so let's ready back up. And I really should have had Nick thwart first. That's okay. Let's draw back up to our hand size of 5 here. Okay, and then it is Loki's turn. He's adding 2 to the main scheme, so this goes up to 5. He's going to attack us. Spiral Sense activates, so we draw a card. Nick Fury will defend this attack. This would be his boost card of 4 plus 2 more for a total of 5 damage. Nick Fury does not survive. And then he'll activate the Soul Stone, so he would do 3 damage from him. He's already at max, and give him a face down boost card here. And then Loki will deal us a face down encounter card, which is a minion with toughness and 6 hit points. Okay, so it is back to our turn here. Let's first draw a card with Avengers Mansion. Spider-Man is going to attack, so we can remove the stun here. And then the play would be to get SPDR and a swing web kick out, which we can do. So let's use this as 2 resources to play SPDR. Play only if you control a Web-Warrior card. We do with the War of the Great Web and Spider-Man because of the War of the Great Web. She's going to swing and hit this minion to get rid of the tough. She takes a consequential damage. Next, let's use, with Under Surveillance would be nice too, but I think we have to get rid of the minion first. So let's use this as 3 resources, so we can play a swing web kick and hit this guy for 8. That will finish him off. And then let's see, Kosin is going to thwart for 2 from this side scheme. This clears this off. He takes a consequential damage. When this is defeated, review the top card of the Infinity Stone deck. And then swap Loki with the random set aside Loki. So we're gonna switch this Loki with one of these guys over here. And we got this one. So this Loki comes back, and this one has Retaliate 1, which is definitely not good. Okay, and then this is now defeated. We can put this side scheme here in its spot. Okay, and then let's see, we wanna just save this in our hand. That will end our turn, so let's ready back up. And then draw it back up to our hand size of 5. Okay, we should have Moon Girl get defeated first. Okay, so it is Loki's turn. He is going to add 2 to the main scheme because of the acceleration there. He is going to attack us. We are actually not going to activate Spiral Sense because it is not a force interrupt. So it's our choice. Let's not use it. So it's hitting us with a base of 1, 2, plus this boost card and another boost card here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it deals damage, then we get stunned. So he's hitting for 5, 6, 7. We will use a backflip here. When you take any amount of damage, prevent all that damage from an attack, so we can jump out of the way. And we didn't draw a card of Spiral Sense because we went backflip and Moon Girl back into the discard pile, so we can shuffle it in the deck whenever we shuffle up again. And Loki will activate the Space Stone here. This card cards on the top of the counter deck until a minion is discarded. So we will mill out for a minion here. Okay, and then we got Enchantress. Put that minion into play, engage with you. So since she is put into play, her 1 reviewed effect does not activate because that's only when she's reviewed. Okay, so she just has 5 hit points. And then Loki will deal us a face down encounter card, which is Devious Sorcery. When reviewing a hero form, you are stunned. Okay, so we just get stunned here. Okay, and it's back to our turn. So let's have Moon Girl swing for 2. So she gets defeated, taking consequential damage, and then 2 damage on here. Okay, we are stunned. So let's attack to remove the stun. And then I think we have to go ahead and use Avengers Mansion. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna keep these in our hand. So Avengers Mansion, so we can draw a card, we drew a B cop, and we decked out, so we do get a face down encounter card. Then let's shuffle up the discard pile here back to the deck. And the Enchantress only has one attack, so it's actually not that bad. So we can focus more on thwarting this turn. Okay, so we drew a card with Avengers Mansion. Next, let's have SPDR thwart for 2 from the main scheme. She would take excess consequential damage. When that happens, she can return back to our hand. And since a Web-Warrior ally left play, we can draw a card with the Web of Life and Destiny. Okay, let's use this as 2 resources to play SPDR back down again. And then she will attack the Enchantress for 1. And she will take a consequential damage. Okay, and then let's get the Under Surveillance out. So let's use this as 2 resources. So we can play Under Surveillance, attach this to the main scheme. This will increase the target threat value, the main scheme, by 4. So instead of us losing at 12, we lose at 16 now. Okay, and then let's see, we can save the B cop. Let's save Kosin to block for us as well. So that will end our turn. Let's ready back up and keep the B cop in our hand, drawing back up to our hand size of 5. Okay, so it is now Loki's turn. He's gonna add 2, or actually this goes away because we cleared off that side scheme. So it's only adding 1 to the main scheme. He's going to attack us, Spire Sense activate, so we draw a card. And then he's hitting with the base of 2. It's okay, let's have Coulson defend this attack anyways. So 2 plus a boost card of 3, so it's gonna do 5 damage. Coulson does not survive, he gets discarded. Then Enchantress will attack us for 1, so we drop from 8 down to 7. And then Loki will deal us a face down encounter card for a total of 2 encounter cards. Oh, after Loki attacks, we should flip this first. So this would be into play, but it doesn't activate yet. So Loki gets his crown here, plus 1 scheme. And then last encounter card, Master Plan, place 4 threat on each side scheme. That's perfect. So this will go from 2 up to 6. All right, and then it's back to our turn. Okay, I think we can kind of start rolling here. Let's see. So let's use, let's use this as 3 resources. So we can play a Quinn Carrier. Play only if your identity has the Avenger trait. We are an Avenger as Spider-Man here. Exhaust Avengers Mansion to draw a card. And then let's have SPDR thwart for 2 from the main scheme. So bring this down to 4. She takes excess consequential damage, comes back to our hand. We draw a card with the Web of Life and Destiny's effect. And then let's use this double to play SPDR back down again. And then let's use the Quinn Carrier to generate 1 resource. This would be 2 more when paying for a yellow card to play a Beat Cop here. We can exhaust Beat Cop to move 1 threat from the scheme over to the Beat Cop. And then Spider-Man can swing, and we can finish off the Enchantress here. So we can take her out. And then SPDR is going to attack Loki, doing our first damage to him this game, bring him from, oh wait, he has retaliate, never mind, she's not gonna attack, she will get defeated. So I should have had her attack the Enchantress first again, so made another mistake there. Let me see, is there a way to flip him? Not right now. Okay, so that'll end our turn. Let's discard the Swing Web Kick, and ready everyone back up, and draw back up to our hand size. We should be getting one way or another soon, and we can play it to get a side scheme out, defeat the side scheme, and then flip this Loki to one that doesn't have retaliate. Okay, so it is back to Loki's turn. He's gonna add 1 to the main scheme. He attacks us, Spire Sense activates, so we draw a card. Let's take it. So he's hitting with a base of 1, 2, plus a boost card here of 2 more for a total of 4 damage. We will use a backflip to jump out of the way. And then the Re-Eye Stone activates. Discard an ally, upgrade, or support you control. Let's get rid of, let's get rid of the Spycraft here. So we're discarding Spycraft as an upgrade. Okay, and then this will be discarded. And we reveal 1 card from the encounter deck, which is, let's see. Okay, so this is not good. We should have kept the Spycraft. So treat the attached ally, or attach to the ally with the highest cost. So it's gonna be SPDR. And then attached ally engages the controller. So she's now a minion. She's gonna attack us for 1. Let's take it. So we drop from 7 down to 6. All right, and it is back to our turn. So let's use Avengers Mansion so we can draw a card. And I think we are okay flipping here. So we get Moon Girl down. Let's see, we could also play Spire Tracer. So let's use the Quinn Care to generate a resource. Actually, yeah, we want to get Beat Cop down. We want to get Moon Girl down. So let's use the Web Shooter here as a resource to place Spider Tracer attached to a minion. So yeah, so SPW becomes a minion now, so we can attach to her. Spider-Man swings for 2. That would defeat her. She gets discarded. We draw a card with the Web of Life and Destiny. This gets discarded. And then whenever the attached minion that Spider Tracer is on is defeated, remove 3 threat from the scheme. So let's get 3 off of the main scheme here. Exhaust Beat Cop to clear off the main scheme. And then let's flip over here to Peter Parker. Use Scientist to generate a mental resource. Quinn Care as a second mental resource. The Swing Rocket as a third mental resource, so we can play Moon Girl. After you play Moon Girl, draw 1 card for each mental resource used to pay for. We use 3. We're drawing 1, 2, 3 cards here. And then let's see, we want to get Beat Cop down, and then I think let's save everything else. So let's use this as 3 resources when paying for a yellow card. So we can play a second Beat Cop, exhaust it to get 1 threat from this side scheme over to here. Okay. And then Loki scheme with a base of 4, but this threat's out at 16, so we should be okay. And Moon Girl can't attack because they retaliate, so she would die. So let's ready back up, ending our turn. And then draw back up to our hand size of 6, keeping these in our hand. We should be getting Aunt May soon too. Okay, we got her, perfect. Okay, so it is Loki's turn. He's gonna add 1 to the main scheme. He's gonna scheme with a base of 1, 2, 3, 4, plus a boost card here of 2. So he's scheming for a total of 6, so this will go up to 7. And then he flips an Infinity Stone, which is the Mind Stone now. And we get a face down encounter card, which is Infinite Mischief. Shuffle the Infinity Stone deck and discard out into the Infinity Stone and reveal the top card. So we put all these Infinity Stones back into the deck, shuffle them up, and we already have the Mind Stone in play. We're gonna also put this one in play as well. So we have the Space Stone and the Mind Stone now, next time he activates. Okay. So it is back to our turn. Let's see. Let's use Peter Parker's Scientist to generate a mental resource. Quinn Care as a second resource. This would be 2 more for a total of 4. So we can play Nick Fury. When he enters play, choose 1. We're gonna pick the one to draw 3 cards. So 1, 2, 3. And we got the one way or another here. Let's use Black Cat as a resource. So we can play Aunt May. Exhaust her to heal by 4. So we go from 6 up to 10. Next, let's flip over to Spider-Man. Use Avengers Mansion so we can draw another card. And then we don't really even care about drawing with one way or another, but we need to get rid of the Loki. So let's play one way or another. Search the encounter deck for a side scheme and review that side scheme. So let's get, we only have 1 more left, so let's put in this one right here with the cross icon. Madness on Midgard. Actually, that will make him know the deck, huh? If we defeat him. Okay, so we got this one here. This has Hinder 1, so it's gonna have 6 threat. Okay, and then we can resolve one way or another and draw 3 cards. So we drew 2, and we decked out, so we do get a face down and counter card. And we're gonna shuffle up the discard pile here. I think it goes in the discard again. So let's shuffle up, so we played it. And we're gonna draw 1 more card, because we're drawing 3 with one way or another. Okay, we got Black Cat back. Okay, that actually wasn't good because we have Nick Fury and Moon Girl in play. Okay, we want to get Pavitri down here. So let's use Black Cat as a resource to play a Web Shooter. This will have 3 web counters. Okay, next let's use this as 3 resources so we can play Pavitri. When he enters play, remove 1 threat from the scheme for each Web-Warrior card you control, including himself. So we have the Web of Life and Destiny, Spider-Man because of the Warrior of the Great Web, and himself. So that's 3 threat. Let's get that off of here. Let's bring this from 6 down to 3. Okay. And then, let's see. I think we want to just go ahead and play this Beat Cop. So let's exhaust this Web Shooter to generate a resource. 2 more resources here to play our 3rd and final Beat Cop. Okay. And then we will, let's exhaust all 3 Beat Cops to clear off this side scheme here. And then when this is defeated, review the top card of the Infinity Stone deck. So we get another Infinity Stone into play. We have 3 Infinity Stones now. And then we swap Loki with the random set aside Loki villain. So we're gonna switch this one out with one of these 4. got this one with stalwart and 3 attack. Okay, and then but he no longer has retaliate, so it's still our turn. We can do some thwarting and then attacking. Okay, so Moon Girl, Nick Fury, and Spider-Man will all thwart for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to clear off some threat off the main. They take consequential damage. Spider-Man swings at Loki to do our first damage to him this game, dropping from 20 down to 18 here. Okay, and then that will end our turn. So let's ready back up. And then draw back up to our hand size of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it is Loki's turn. He's gonna add 1 to the main scheme. So this goes up to 3. He's going to attack us. Spider Sense activates, so we can draw a card. Nick Fury defends his attack, so it's hitting with a base of 3, 4, plus a boost here of nothing. So it's gonna do 4 damage. Nick Fury does not survive that. And then Loki will activate 3 Infinity Stones here. So let's do them, okay, so Space Stones first. Discard cards on top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Okay, so we're just gonna mill out here until we get a minion. And I don't know if there are any more. Okay, so there are no minions, so that will qualify for the requirement for this card. So it just gets discarded and we don't get a minion. Since he decks out, there's a permanent acceleration token to the main scheme, and we can shuffle up the discard pile here back into the deck. Okay, so that is definitely not good. And then another stone, you are confused, so we get confused. And then the last one's a time stone. Discard the top 4 cards of your deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it plays 1 threat for each card type. So event, upgrade, 3 upgrades. So only 2 card types, just event and upgrade. So this will go up to 5. Okay. And then Loki will deal us a face down encounter card. So we have 2 encounter cards here. And the first one is the Trickster. Swap Loki with the random set aside Loki, and he'll activate against us. So these are the different Lokis. Let's shuffle them up. And hopefully it's not the one with retaliate. Okay, so we got this one here. Another one with stalwart. Okay, so we switch the Lokis, and he's going to activate. So Loki's going to attack us right now. We can draw another card with Spider Sense, and he's hitting with 1, 2 base attack. I do want to get rid of the confuse, but I think we're okay actually just defending. So let's defend for 3. He's hitting with 2 base plus a boost card here. Discard the top card of the Infinity Stone deck and apply his boost icons for activation. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So it's gonna do 5 damage. We're blocking for 3, we take 2, drop it from 10 down to 8. And after Loki activates, the Infinity Gauntlet flips another Infinity Stone. Okay, last encounter card here, the Frost Giant. This guy has toughness and 4 hit points. Okay, so it is back to our turn. Okay, so we definitely want to get rid of the giant here. We just got to do 2 damage to it, which is definitely doable. So let's exhaust Avengers Mansion so we can draw a card. Let's have Pavitri swing and hit him for 1 to remove the tough stats card. Pavitri takes 8 consequential damage. Moon Girl will swing for 2. She will take consequential damage and be discarded here. And then, let's see, we want to get Kosen and Lady Spider out. So let's use this as 4 resources when paying for a yellow card. So we can play Lady Spider. And this would be 3 resources when paying for a yellow card to play Agent Kosen. When Agent Kosen enters play, search your deck and discard file for a preparation card. Add to your hand. Do we get the Spycraft yet? Not yet. So let's look through Spycraft from our deck and we can put it in our hand here. And let's shuffle up. Okay, let's use the Quinn character to generate a resource to play the Spycraft down, and we have the Spy character in Agent Kosen. Okay, Lady Spy will swing at this minion for 2. That will take him out, and she will take consequential damage. Okay, Kosen is going to thwart for 2 from the main scheme. So we get 2 thwart over here. He will take a consequential damage and exhaust all 3 beat cops to clear off the main scheme. And we can clean up the beat cops a little bit. So this one has 3. And this one has 4. Okay, and then that will end our turn. So let's ready back up. And we're about to get stunned with the Power Stone, which is not going to be great. Okay, and then let's keep the genius here, draw back up to our hand size of 5. Okay, so it is Loki's turn. He's gonna add 2 to the main scheme because there's a permanent acceleration token. He's going to attack us, Spiral Sense activate, so we can draw a card. We got a backflip, so let's use it. He's hitting with a base of 2 plus a boost card here of 2 more for a total of 4 damage. We will use a backflip to jump out of the way, and the Power Stone activates, so we get stunned. And then discard this, and then we get 1 face down encounter card, which is Infinite Mischief. Shuffle the Infinity Stone deck discard pile into the Infinity Stone deck, and then reveal the top card. All right, which one are we gonna get? Okay, we got the Soul Stone here. All right, and then that's it. So it's back to our turn. Okay, let's attack. So we're gonna remove the stun here, and then we can actually hit Loki and do some damage this turn. So let's use this as 3 resources to play a swing web kick, and we'll hit Loki for 8. That'll bring it from 18 down to 10. And let's use Avengers Mansion so we can draw a card. We got another swing web kick. I think we should just play it here. Okay, let's use the Quincare to generate a resource. This would be a double resource, so we can play a second swing web kick, and we'll hit Loki for another 8. That'll bring from 10 down to 2. Okay, and then let's see. We don't need Lady Spire's effect, so Lady Spire is going to swing and hit Loki for 2. That will bring him down to 0. So the first thing that happens is when he's defeated, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until his side scheme is discarded and reveal that side scheme. So we're milling down for a side scheme here. Should be plenty, but they're not coming up. Okay, so we got this one with the crisis icon. So the encounter deck goes back here. These cards all get discarded, and we didn't get any. We got 1 advance actually. Okay, and then reveal this side scheme. This has a hinder 1, so 6 threat, plus a crisis icon. And then this Loki goes into the victory display. And then we can shuffle up one of these 4 other Lokis. And then, oops, let me shuffle a little bit better. Okay, and we got this Loki here. His attack's getting piercing. He has 20 hit points. Okay, and we gotta beat 2 more Lokis to win. Okay, so he just has that. Okay. And then let's save this for next turn here. And then let's see, we want to get rid of this. So let's exhaust all 3 beat cops and Coasting Thor for 2 for a total of 5. So we can get 5 threat off of here. Each beat cop gets 1 more threat. So this one has 5, and this one has 3. So we can clear this up a little bit. Okay, and Coasting takes 8 consequential damage. Oh, and the Lady Spider, I forgot, she gets discarded. Because she thwarts. So we can draw a card with the Web of Life and Destiny's effect because a Web-Warrior ally left play here. Okay, and then let's see, Pavitri, if he thwarts, let's see, I don't want that yet because we only have 1 stone here. So let's not do 2 stones right now. Okay, actually, that's fine. Okay, so let's have Pavitri thwart for 1. So we clear this off. When defeated, reveal the top card of the Infinity Stone deck. So we get another Infinity Stone. And then swap Loki with the random set aside Loki villain. So he will be with one of these 3 left here. Okay, and we got this one. He cannot take damage while a side scheme is in play. Okay, and then let's see, this is defeated. So, okay, nothing will happen anymore with that. The victory takes consequential damage, and he is discarded. When a Web-Warrior ally leaves play, we can draw another card with the Web of Life and Destiny. We deck out, so we get a face down encounter card. Okay, and then we shuffle up the discard pile here. Back into the deck. I was hoping for the Mind Stone because I'm already confused. Okay, and then we want to just get SPDR out, but we can't take damage, right? Okay, so let's play one way or another. So search the encounter deck for a side scheme and reveal it. This is going to be a longer turn. Let's put out this one here, and we can shuffle up the encounter deck. Okay, and then we can resolve one way or another and draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Actually, first we gotta put this is hinder 1, so it's gonna have 5 threat. Okay, and And then let's use this as a double resource to play Ironheart. When she enters play from her hand, draw one card, so we get a card. Let's use this as a resource to put down a second web shooter. And then we're gonna exhaust the web shooters, throw away a web counter to generate one resource. Black Cat is a second resource, so we can play SPDR back down. SPDR is going to attack Loki. He can't take damage while side schemes are in play. There are side schemes, so he won't take damage, but SPDR will take a consequential damage for that attack. And then Ironheart is going to thwart for 1. Let's get it off of this side scheme here to bring this down to 4. Okay, that will end our turn, so let's ready back up. Oh, and Ironheart takes a consequential damage. And we can draw back up to our hand size of 5. Okay. Alright, so it is Loki's turn. He's adding 2 to the main. This goes up to 4. He's going to attack us. Spiral Sense activates, so we draw a card. Let's take the attack. So this will be his boost plus amplify. So it's going to be 3 total damage. And then 3, 4, 5, 6. We will use a backflip to jump out of the way and avoid that damage. And then after he attacks, he activates the Infinity Stones here. So discard cards on the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. So we're gonna mill out again. And this is definitely not good. I think we're out of side schemes too. Okay, so we got a minion here, and we put this minion into play. So this guy's gonna have toughness, the Frost Giant. Okay, and then we activate the Reality Stone. Discard an ally, upgrade, or support your control. Let's get rid of a web shooter here. Discard that. Okay, so that's Loki's activation. Since he's still in the attacking phase, this guy's going to attack us for 3. Let's have Ironheart defend. So Ironheart cannot survive the 3 damage. He gets discarded. And then, and then we get a face-down encounter card for 2 encounter cards. First one under fire, surge and reveal the top card of the encounter deck. So 2 more. Okay, first one, Masters of Illusion, attached to Loki. Okay, so when Loki would take damage from an attack, discard top card of the encounter deck, and if it's a treachery, prevent all the damage, and then discard this card. Okay, caught off guard, discard an upgrade or support your control. Let's get rid of this web shooter. And then we got one more encounter card here. Frozen, attach your identity. Attached identity cannot ready. And then spend these in alter ego to discard that card. Okay, and then I think, yeah, that was it. Okay, so it's back to our turn here. We can play a swing web kick to get rid of this Frost Giant. And we want to switch to Loki here. Okay, so first, let's use Avengers Mansion so we can draw a card. SPDR is going to thwart for 2 from this side scheme to bring it down to 2. She takes excess consequential damage, comes back to our hand. We draw a card with the Web of Life and Destiny's effect. Okay, we got Pavitri, which is pretty good here. Let's use this double resource so we can play SPDR back down. She's going to attack the Frost Giant to remove toughness. She takes a consequential damage. Let's exhaust 3 beat cops here. So we get 1 from the main. Actually, yeah, let's get 1 from the main and then 2 from this side scheme. So when this side scheme is defeated, reveal the top card of the Infinity Stone deck and then switch out this Loki with a different Loki. So this Loki goes away. We're gonna put one of these 3 back into play. And we got the Loki with Retaliate. Okay, so that is not great. Okay, and then let's see. Let's use this as 3 resources when paying for a yellow card to play Pavitri here. When he enters play, remove 1/3 from the scheme for each Web-Warrior card you control. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get 4 threat off of here in case we get that other Loki back again. And then let's see. We gotta get rid of the Frost Giant here. So Spider-Man has +1 attack because SPDR let play with the War of the Great Web. He's swinging for 3 at the Frost Giant. And then Pavitri will swing for 1. That will finish him off. Pavitri takes a consequential damage. Okay. And then next, we're gonna have Kosin thwart for 2 from the main scheme to bring it down to 1. He would take consequential damage and be discarded. Okay. and then we can't ready. We have to do this right here, which is, we can get Moon Girl in. I think she should be coming, so let's flip over to Peter Parker. Use animated heal, so we go from 8 up to 12. And then object equal action, spend an energy and physical resource. So this would be our energy resource. This would be our physical resource, 2 wilds. To discard this card as an object equal action. So we can get rid of this. Okay, and then I think that's going to end our turn. Let's discard the backflip here. Actually, no, we can keep everything. Okay, so that's end our turn. That will end our turn, I mean. Let's ready everyone back up. And then draw back up to our hand size of 6. 2, 5, 6. Okay, we got Nick Fury, which should get Moon Girl. Okay, so it is Loki's turn. He's gonna add 2 to the main scheme because of the acceleration. He's gonna scheme against it with a base of 2, 3, 4, plus a boost card here. 0. So he's scheming for a total of 4. This goes up to 7. Time Stone activates. Discard top 4 cards of your deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. And each card type, so ally, event, and upgrade. So 3 different types, 2 upgrades here. So we add 3 threat to the main scheme. So this is already back up to 10. And then we discard this. And then he will deal us a phase down encounter card, which is Master Plan. Place 4 threat on each side scheme. So this goes up to 5. Okay, and then it is back to our turn here. Okay, let's see. He can't take damage because of that. So that is, okay, let's use animated heal first. So we go back to our full hit points of 13. Avengers Mansion, so we can draw a card. And want to just try to start to do some damage to him. Okay, SPR will first Thor for 2. She returns our hand, taking excess consequential damage. We draw a card with the Web of Life and Death as effect because of Web-Warrior ally left play. Let's use Peter Parker's Scientist to generate mental resource, another resource to play SPDR. Back down again. And then, let's see, we want to, okay, let's flip over, back to Spider-Man. We're going to attack Loki. So when we attack him, when he would take damage from an attack, discard the top card of the encounter deck. If it's a treachery, prevent all damage from this attack. So it is not a treachery. So if Spider-Man's attack goes through, we do 2 damage to him. He retaliates, hits us back for 1, so we drop from 13 down to 12. But he decks out, so it's a permanent acceleration token. And we shuffle up the encounter deck. A discard pile, back into the encounter deck again. So it's gonna be adding a lot more threat. And we need to get rid of the Masters of Illusion here. So we need a treachery card to be discarded before we play a swing web kick and risk everything. Okay, so let's see, can we switch out? We can't here. Okay, so let's play Nick Fury. We're gonna use, let's see, when Loki took damage from an attack, so only an attack. Let's use this as 4 resources. You know what? Let's just play swing web kick, it doesn't matter. So let's use this as 3 resources, so we can play a swing web kick. Or hit Loki for 8. When he would take damage, we would discard top card right here, and it's a treachery, so we prevent all the 8 damage from the swing web kick. And this Masters of Illusions will be discarded now. Okay, so that is great. Okay, so we got that out of the way. I think we can use Nick Fury here. Oh, and he will retaliate and hit us back for 1, so we drop from 12 down to 11 here. Okay, I think we should play Nick Fury. So let's use a Quinn carry as 1 resource. This will be 3 more for a total of 4. So we can play Nick Fury. And we're gonna use a second effect to deal 4 damage to an enemy. So we're gonna hit Loki for 4 and no retaliate because it doesn't count as an attack. Okay, next let's exhaust 3 B cops. Get 3 threat off of the main. Each B cop has 1 more threat. So let's see, this one's 7, this one has 6, and this one will have 5 here. Okay, and then let's see, Nick Fury is going to swing at Loki for 2 to bring from 14 down to 12. He'll take a consequential damage. Pavitri will thwart for 1 from here. He'll take a consequential damage. That will end our turn, so let's ready back up. And then draw back up to our hand size of 5. We deck out, so we get a face down encounter card. And shuffle up the discard pile back to the deck. And we should have our swinging web kicks ready and loaded here. Drawing 3 more cards. Okay. Oh, and Nick should take a consequential damage from the attack as well, I forgot. I mean, a retaliate, so he should have 2 damage. All right, it's your hand. Okay, so it is Loki's turn. He's gonna add 2 to the main scheme, or 3, I mean, because of the double acceleration. So let's just put 3 on here. And then he's going to attack us. We draw a card with Spider Sense. Nick Fury jumps in the way. This would be his boost card. If the villain's attacking and just do damage to character, stun that character. So Nick gets stunned, but it doesn't matter because he's defeated. So 1, 2, 3 damage. Nick does not survive that. He's discarded. And then we reveal the top card of the Infinity Stone deck, the one that makes us confused. And then Loki uses a face-on icon card for a total of 2. First one is a side scheme here with the Amplify icon. Hinder 5, but this can help us switch the Loki. Or hinder 1, so it's gonna have 5 threat, I mean. Last encounter card, Beguiled. Let's see. Attach to the highest cost ally, so Pavitri becomes a minion now. And he's gonna attack us for 1. Let's take it, so we drop from 11 down to 10. Okay, this is actually perfect for SPDR to attack him. Okay, so let's see. First, SPDR will swing at Pavitri for 1 damage. She takes a consequential damage, and Pavitri is defeated. He leaves play as a Web-Warrior, so we can draw a card with the Web of Life and Destiny's effect because of Web-Warrior ally left play. Spider-Man gets +1 attack because of Web-Warrior ally left play. Let's use Avengers Mansion, so we can draw a card. Spider-Man swings for 3 at Loki to bring him from 12 down to 9. He retaliates, so we drop from 10 down to 9. And then, let's see, we can have Lady Spider do something here. So let's use this as 4 resources, so we can play Lady Spider. Let's use this as 2 resources, so we can play Ironheart. When she enters play from her hand, draw 1 card. We're looking for those swinging web kicks here. Okay, let's use, we could play the webbed up actually. No, we want the Mind Stone to activate, so we don't want to do web. Let's use this as a resource to play a web shooter here with 3 web counters. Okay, and then Lady Spider is going to, no, she has to thwart, so she's gonna thwart for 2. She brings it down to 3. Her effect, if we control another Web-Warrior card, when she thwarts, remove equal amount of threat from a different scheme. So let's get 2 off of the main as well. She takes 2 consequential damage. We're going to exhaust all 3 beat cops to get 3 threat off of the main scheme. And each beat cop has 1 more. So these beat cops are ready to unload on some minions. This one has 8 here. So it's 7, and this one has 6. Ironheart's gonna thwart for 1 from the main scheme. She takes 8 consequential damage. That will end our turn. Let's ready back up. And we are just waiting for those 3 swing web kicks that are left in the deck here. Okay, so draw back up to a hand size of 5, and we got 1 of them. 2 of them, okay. So it is Loki's turn. He's gonna add 3 to the main scheme. He's going to attack us. Spider Sense activates, so we draw a card. Let's take the attack. He's hitting with a base of 2, plus a boost card here. Give him an additional boost card and a tough stats card. So with the Amplify icon, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's hitting for 6. We will use a backflip to jump out of the way and avoid that damage. And then the Mind Stone activates. You're confused, we're already confused. And then discard 1 random card from your hand if you're already confused. Oh, okay. I didn't pay attention to that. So hopefully we don't lose a swing web kick here. And we lost 1, but that's okay. And this would be discarded. And we get 1 face-on encounter card, which is Assault. The villain attacks you. Let's see. Let's just cancel it. So we're gonna use a hand Spider Sense. This is a resource to cancel that treachery card. Okay. And it is back to our turn here. Okay, let's see. So he has a tough status card. Okay. So let's use Avengers Mansion first so we can draw a card. We could play the one way or another. I think we want to get rid of the Retaliate Loki because he is no good for us. So let's have Ironheart attack first to remove the tough stats card. She takes a consequential damage and retaliate, and she is defeated. And then we can play a swing web kick using the Queen card as 1. This is a double resource to play the swing web kick. We hit Loki for 8. That'll bring him from 9 down to 1 hit point left. And he will retaliate and hit us for 1, so we drop down from 9 to 8. And then let's see, who do we? If he, let's see, he doesn't get tough if he comes back. So let's have SPDR thwart for 2 from, let's get from this side team. This drops down to 1. She returns back to our hand, taking excess consequential damage. we draw a card with the Web of Life and Destiny's effect. Okay, let's use the web shooters to generate one resource. This will be a second resource, so we can play SPDR back down again. She's gonna swing at Loki for 1, and he's defeated, so he will not retaliate against us, but she does take a consequential damage. And so we can add him to the victory display now. And then we get one more Loki for our last one, so we're gonna shuffle up these 3 guys here. And our final Loki is gonna be this one. Okay, but that's perfect because we can switch them out by clearing this scheme here. Okay, so let's see here. Let's keep this in our hand for right now. So we're going to exhaust all 3 B cops. We're gonna get 2 off of the main scheme. So these 2 B cops get 1 first. This one has 8. And then the last B cop will get 1 off of this side scheme. So we can clear that off. When defeated, review the top card of the Infinity Stone deck. And then swap Loki with the random set aside Loki villain. Oh, okay, I forgot. Okay, so first, when this one is reviewed, so let's do things in the correct order. When the last one was defeated, discard cards on top of the encounter deck until we get a side scheme. So let's do that first before I forget. Okay, so this shouldn't mess up the order of anything. So we got this side scheme here. This has hinder 1, so 7 threat, plus another acceleration token. So 3 acceleration tokens now on the main scheme. And then we still do the same thing, or this Loki should have 20 hit points, so let's set that up first. Okay, and then we still defeat this, so then we can now swap this one out with a different Loki. So one of these 2 here. And we got this one. Because each time we defeat a Loki, we have to mill from the deck until we get a side scheme. So this was a side scheme that we got from defeating that last Loki. Okay, and then, let's see. We don't need to play this yet. I think. Yeah, okay. So that will end our turn. Let's ready back up. And I don't even know if there are any side schemes left. Let's actually discard the one way or another. And then draw back up to our hands as a 5 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we just gotta beat this last Loki and then we win. So he's gonna add 4 threats to the main scheme at the beginning of his turn because of the 3 acceleration there. So this goes up to 6. He's going to attack us. Spiral Sense activates. We can draw a card. Let's take the attack. He's hitting with a base of 2, 3, plus a boost card here of 4. So he's going to do 7 damage to us. We will use a backflip to jump out of the way. And then the Soul Stone activates. Heal 3 damage from Loki. So he's already max hit points. He doesn't heal. And you give him a face down boost card. Okay, and then he will deal us a face down encounter card, which is Assault. The villain attacks you. Let's see. Yeah, okay, let's definitely have, so first we draw a card with Spider Sense, and he gets a boost here, so he has 2 boosts. We're gonna have Lady Spider defend its attack. So he's hitting with 2 boosts, the boost effect here. Discard the top card of the Infinity Stone deck and apply its icon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and Lady Spider will not survive that. Since a Web-Warrior ally left play, we can draw a card with the Web of Life and Destiny's effect. Okay, and then he decks out with the Infinity Stone, so we're gonna shuffle these Infinity Stones back up. And after he activates, we review the top card of the Infinity Stone deck and put it into play. So that is the confused one, which is okay because we're already confused. Okay, so let's see here. It's back to our turn. Okay, I think we can ignore this here because we don't want to get a Loki that cannot take damage with the side scheme. So we're gonna have SPDR Thwart for 2 from the main scheme. This drops us down to 3. She comes back to our hand again with her combo, taking excess consequential damage. We draw a card with the Web of Life and Destiny's effect. And then we are 1 card from decking out, so I don't want to use a Mansion yet. Let's see. We can do 3 damage, so we have 3 attack. This makes it 11. This is 12, 14. Okay, so we're going to be short no matter what. So let's get rid of the swing web kick so we can get it back into the shuffle. And Black Cat can help us mill. So we're going to use this as 3 resources. So we can play a swing and web kick and hit Loki for 8. That'll bring him from 20 down to 12. And he doesn't have retaliate anymore, which is great. Let's use this as 3 resources when paying for a yellow card. So we can play Agent Coulson down. Use the, and then we're gonna deck out anyway, so let's use Avengers Mansion so we can draw a card. We decked out, we get a face down encounter card. Hopefully our last time decking out this game. Shuffle up the discard pile here, back into the deck. Okay, And then, let's see, let's use the Queen Carrot as a resource. This as a second resource to play SPDR back down again. She's gonna swing for 1 at Loki, bring him down to 11. She takes 8 consequential damage. Exhaust all 3 B cups to get 3 threat off of the main scheme. Each B cup has 1 more, so this one has 8. This one has 9, and this one has 10 now. So if you're getting minions, he'll be no problem. Kostin is going to, we can just have him attack Loki for 1 to bring him down to 10. Kostin takes 8 consequential damage. That will end our turn. Let's thwart with Spider-Man to remove the confuse, so we won't have to discard a card. Now that ends our turn, so let's ready back up. And then we should be getting a swing web kick here, I think, because we have 3 of them. Let's keep Black Cat in our hand to mill the deck. Draw back up to our hand size of 5, and we got 1. So we do have to kill shot if he doesn't do anything to us this turn. Okay, so it is Loki's turn. Adding 4 to the main scheme, this goes up to 5. And then let's see, he's going to attack us. Spiral Sense activates so we can draw a card. Did we get a backflip? We did. Okay, so let's take the attack. He's hitting with a base of 3 plus a boost card here of 1. For 4 damage, we will use a backflip to jump out of the way. And then this will activate, so we get confused now. So with the Mind Stone. And then we get 1 face-down encounter card for a total of 2. But luckily, we do have the Spycraft here. First one is Eviction Notice. Okay, that's fine. So you may flip to Alter Ego form. We're gonna flip over and then exhaust ourselves to remove this card from the game. Last encounter card is the Trickster. Swap Loki with the set aside Loki, and then he's going to activate. So this is at 5. Let's cancel it. So we're gonna use Spycraft, discard it to cancel this card, and then review another encounter card from the encounter deck. The villain scheme. So he really wants to scheme. He's gonna scheme anyways, but he's gonna stay as this one with the 1 scheme. So scheme with a base of 3 plus a boost card here of 2. So it's gonna scheme for 5. And we're out of 5 icons actually. So this goes up to 10. And then he reviews the top part of the Infinity Stone deck. All right, and then I think that is it. So it's back to our turn here. Okay, so we don't even need animated heal. Let's flip over to Spider-Man. And we are still confused, but that's okay. We will use, let's see, we can just play 2 swing web kicks. So let's use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. We're gonna use, and we got, okay, so let's use this as 2 resources. And actually, okay, first let's use the Queen Carrot as 1 resource, the Web Shear as the 2nd resource. This would be a 3rd resource, so we can play a swing web kick and hit Loki for 8. That will bring him from 10 down to 2 hit points. And then we will use this as another 3 resources to play a 2nd swing web kick and hit Loki for another 8, bringing him down to 0. And this will be our 3rd Loki in the victory display. And that is Loki on expert mode.